Well, good Saturday morning, everyone, and greetings once again from Radio Wasteland Records here in Midland. Kind of a gray day, but it feels like fall outside here. Not going to be too bad. I guess it's raining to the north of us, but nothing too bad in the mid-Michigan area today. But definitely, I'm feeling fall in the air, and I love it. I love this time of year. Gets a little bit cooler. Things are turning around here, but yeah, not. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind summer, but as I think I've mentioned before, fall is my favorite time. So a lot going on at the store the next couple of days, today as well, and a lot going on related to the store side of things. So we'll try to get to everything here in the 15 minutes that we've got allotted to say hi to everybody this morning and catch you up on what's going on here. And I see that there are a lot of folks chiming in and saying hello this morning. As always, that is tremendously appreciated. Let's see. Let's dive in and say some highs on the YouTube side of things. By the way, YouTube, if you've not caught our social media post, those of you not on Facebook didn't see it, so I'll mention it here. But yeah, I got a notice from YouTube yesterday saying, hey, man, yeah, they actually said that, right? Your channel is 8 years old today. So we had launched this here YouTube channel 8 years ago, and went back and looked at some of the older videos, and I'm going to share some of that stuff over the next few weeks here and there. I'll put stuff out. But our very first video I linked on there is a DAO lets you do great things. It's audio from a 7-inch floppy, flexi disc rather, that had some commercial promotional materials for Dow Chemical on there. It was an internal thing, I do believe. But yeah, I put that audio up. That was the first thing we put up about 8 years ago on the channel. So thanks to everybody who has subscribed to the channel over the past 8 years. If you've not subscribed, please do so afterwards, or you can click that little thing down there that says subscribe when you get a chance. It would be much appreciated. But the channel's grown tremendously. I think we're coming up on, what the heck, 2300. Sorry. Wait, hold on. Now I got to look. Yep, 24, coming up on 2,400 plus subscribers. So always cool. But yeah, I know a lot of folks watch that don't subscribe, and I'm not gonna harp on you like I'm some sort of PBS person saying, oh, we bring this to you. I used to do that, so I'm allowed to joke about it. But yeah, if you would subscribe, if not, that's cool, whatever. But let's say good morning to the YouTubers out there, though, that are here and are probably subscribed because they got notifications that we were going live. TC from TKR Video Central, good morning to you. Yep, I'm here. Sorry, you just got in a little early. Hey, speaking about TC, I did an interview with him a little while back for his YouTube channel on YouTube. Here you can find it at TKR Video Central on YouTube. That's the at TKR Video Central. TC and I talked for a little while for his channel about radio and my old experiences in radio. So check that out. That'll be coming up on September 11. I'll put a link up that morning on our socials. But thanks again for doing that that interview, TC. It was a lot of fun, and I look forward to seeing the finished product. Jennifer, good morning to you as well. Thanks for being here. Betty in Toledo, good morning. And Bubblegum. I'll get to that in a minute. Bubblegum is a reference to the podcast. Dan saying good morning. Good morning to you, sir. Fred on the west side of Grand Rapids, good morning. Thanks for being here. Chuck, hey, and good morning to you. Paul, chilly morning. Furnace kicked on for the first time. I'm holding out, man. I'm holding out. We don't need it. I can get that house down a little bit further. The store, that'll be all right. But I'm holding out for a while. I'm not even going to wear long pants until November. We'll see where that goes. Ryan, hey to you, and hey to the kids if they are watching. Lee, glad to be here, and I'm glad you're here this morning as well. Thanks for being here, and again, thanks to everybody. If you're not subscribed, like I said, please feel free to do so. Okay, the reference to bubblegum, that was something mentioned in last week's podcast with our good buddy Steve Carlson, two guys talking about records, and I'd uncovered something fun in a recent collection of stuff brought into the store, and it looked like a record, wasn't a record. And here, if you've not seen the podcast, it's the last episode where Steve and I talk about the possibility of vinyl tariffs. We'll link to it. There should be a little card popping up here afterwards, not right now in the live, but afterwards I'll put it in there. to link back, but you can always head back and look. But in that batch of records was what looked like a record. And it says Chew Bops, Hit Pops, Chew Pops. And I can understand thinking this is a record. It's a gatefold album. You can open it up and you can look at it through here. But inside is not a vinyl, but inside were several bubblegum packets. These are 3-inch mini albums. The lover boy there. With bubblegum inside. My favorite, of course. There's a Rush one floating here, moving pictures. So the discussion, rather, on the podcast with Steve was whether or not I should open one of these 40-year-old packets of bubblegum and eat it. Taste it. Try it out. See what I think of it. This was a cool line. Again, we talk about this in the podcast, so you can go back through and see the full discussion on that on our channel. But yeah, these were collectibles, and you could buy the gatefold jacket to put the stuff in and collect yourself all sorts of little mini albums and eat the bubble gum. But the person who had this did not eat the bubble gum. So, okay, all of you health conscious people out there, is there a concern if I were to eat a 40-year-old piece of bubble gum? Would that be detrimental to my health and well-being? Stay tuned to the podcast. I haven't decided yet. That might be a possibility down the line. If I do, we'll eat one of those on the podcast, and we'll see how that goes. Speaking of fun stuff found in records, I also found this in another batch. I should do a whole section on stuff I found. I found some wild stuff, but I found a program from Pine Knob Music Theater from 1979 featuring Foreigner and Johnny Carson. And this is a little magazine they'd put out full of ads, stuff to do, a little bio piece on Foreigner and one on Johnny Carson. Yeah, right in through here. Some cool stuff. Performing at Pine Knob in 1979. But obviously you see all these cool ads for places I remember down there. Oh, geez, what the heck? The Orion House. Where was there? A couple of big ones here. Van Dyke Shoes. Harmony House ad in there. But in the very back, the coolest thing is that they've got their Pine Knob schedule down in Clarkston. For those of you out of state, Pine Knob is a very well-known music venue. Has been since I was in high school back in the, 80s. And even before, obviously, with 79. Down kind of, it's not Detroit, but everything south of Flint is Detroit to me. So, but it's Clarkston in that area. But here's the Pine Knob schedule from September of 1979. Is this September? Did I say that? Week of August 1979. So you've got acts in here. Seriously, the J. Giles Band, followed by Engelbert Humperdinck America is in here. The Allman Brothers, Harry Chapin, Sammy Davis Jr., Frank Sinatra, the Beach Boys in 79 through here, Sean Cassidy, George Benson, Donna Summer, the Doobie Brothers, Paul Anka, a lot of Paul Anka there, Harry Belafonte, Chuck Mangione, REO Speedwagon. I think I saw REO Speedwagon, not in the 79 tour, but it would have been 83 or 84. Casey and the Sunshine Band, Johnny Mathis, Perry Como. You missed Perry Como down there. And then, obviously, they've got him X'd out, but then you've got Foreigner, late August, Johnny Carson for 4 days, Chicago through here. Beatlemania wraps up. Oh, and Rush. There's a Rush performing on Monday, September 10th. So yeah, September 10th. I did not see that show. Tickets for the Rush were $10.50, by the way. And that's pretty much the case most of the way across. $11, $10 there. Beatlemania, $10. So very cool. I've yet to decide what to do with this. I've seen these listed online on likes of eBay and stuff, but I might just scan it and put that out online for everybody to check out. So let's see here. Back to the chat very quickly. There's a couple of more things popping in here. TKR, good talking to you. Thanks. Tech issues. Yeah, there were. As TC adds, if the Pokemon company had purchased the company that made the mini albums, the gum, they would be called Pikachu. There we go. Thank you much. And if you smoke some stuff and you find that in an album, you might want to follow that up with a bubble gum. Yeah, I don't know. I've found seeds before. We even found gummies in an album once a while back. That's always interesting what we find in there. Okay, onward to a couple of quick things here as I look at the time. One thing that I did not mention, also live going on right now, and Kim is at a dock jumping event with the dogs this weekend with Blue and the Dude, and they're broadcasting this live. I'm just going to pull this up, and hopefully there's not going to be any audio messing with us, but this is the UDD year-end finals event going on. Kim's down in Gaines, Michigan with the dogs, and they're jumping on this as well. You can see the dogs getting ready to go out here. This is live, by the way. I typed their live feed. Yes, Kim is handling this broadcast not only from a little bit further down in Michigan, but all over the country. There's about 4 or 5 different jumps all going on at once, and she is coordinating all of this and running this live stream, switching back and forth on one channel between all of these dog events taking place. A few in Michigan, and I think, as I said, there's a few around the country. So she's kind of wrangling all of these things together in one live feed. Very talented video producer as well. So this is at the Dock Jumping Dogs channel. I will put a link to that on our Facebook page and on our Twitter page, our X account, so you can check that out. But it's Dock Jumping Dogs. This has started yesterday. Will be going on all day today. This live stream will be running all day today. If you're curious about what our record store dogs do when they're not at the record store and hanging out at home, they are jumping and having a ton of fun with it. So that's it, the Dock Jumping Dogs channel on YouTube. I'll put a link, as I said, up on that. But if you're curious about that, you can check that out. One other final note, the Rocktober list, as we mentioned last week, is out. I will put a link to that list up as well. I would like to get pre-orders for a lot of the Rocktober stuff if possible, because that's going to be the best way to make sure that you get what you're looking for. Steve and I also talked about the Rocktober list in the last 1 or 2 episodes. You can back up on the podcast and look for that. But go through that list. If you need a pre-order, the best way to do that is get it in soon so I can make sure I get them, because the Rocktober stuff has been in demand. But very quickly, we've got a Black Sabbath. We sold our roll, Souls to Rock and Roll. David Lee Roth box set. Deep Purple's in there. Made in Japan. Lenny Kravitz. Morphine. New York Dolls. Porno for Pyros. Sex Pistols. Nevermind the Bullocks. A color variation. Let's see. The Von Bondies. Typo Negative. A couple from Yes. A bunch from Dream Theater. A couple from Fleetwood Mac, including Tusk. And let's see. Jethro Tull. Ministry. Mr. Bungle. There's 3 Mr. Bungle titles in the Rocktober list. Stone Temple Pilots, they're self-titled. The other Fleetwood Mac, by the way, is Bare Trees. The Doors' Greatest Hits. A couple from Warren Zevon. Bad Company, Faces. The Ramones, Pet Sematary 12-inch. A Rush box set. Stooges, alternate versions of Funhouse. And rounding things out with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ZZ Top Rhino Hi-Fis. So look for that list online or look for it on our socials. I'll post it up on our X account and Facebook, and let me know what you see for pre-orders that you want to get off of the Rhino Rocktober stuff. Okay, no new vinyl from yesterday. The Monday holiday last week with Labor Day, kind of, that always messes up shipping. So rather than take a chance and wait and have stuff get delayed until Monday on my day off when I've got stuff to do, I just held off on all shipping of new vinyl. So any orders or any new releases that were due on Friday, I will have next week for those of you waiting on stuff. I've talked to most everybody, but we'll have them in there as well. So I put out a great batch of vintage, which included a large selection of might as well be new vinyl, but very gently used newish vinyl. Look at the drop video yesterday. A lot of it is gone. Folks went nuts with that stuff, as they tend to do, but we still do have a lot of cool stuff left, including the one Pink Floyd box set. We've got the Delicate Sound of Thunder concert from 1988. I've gotten this in my collection. Fantastic stuff. There's a live at Nebworth. I remember when this was released. These are both official releases, by the way. The only thing with the Nebworth is it's a double LP at 45 RPM. Trying to do that for audiophile purposes. That's how that goes. Roger Waters. Say what you will about Roger, at least, but he's got some stuff. This is the Us and Them live LP, 3 LP. So that is sitting on there, and this is all brand new-ish stuff. A Metallica S&M 2, the one we had also, but that is gone, but S&M 2 is here. And this is actually kind of cool. A first press of Avenged Sevenfold, self-titled. So from 2007. So that's still new, but it's in great condition. So check all that stuff out. Go back on the drop video, see what is there. And if you need to, give a call or send a message and I'll tell you if it is still in stock. Otherwise, you can stop on by and check that stuff out. Okay, looks like we've got some folks waiting to get in. I'm going to go ahead and get our day started here at the store. Don't forget the podcast, Two Guys Talking About Records with Steve Carlson, coming up on Sunday evening. The new release show, going to be busy today, so I'll try to get to that by later this afternoon. We'll have all of next week's new releases out there as well. Don't forget the Doc Dogs streaming now. Blue and the Dude are both jumping today, by the way. I can't tell you when, I don't know, but that stream's going to be going on for probably about 6 hours. So just check it out from time to time if you get a chance as well. And don't forget the Rocktober pre-orders. Okay, I don't think we had any more chats coming in after the end there. Let's see. Okay, so the dogs were barking. I swear, guys, I swear I turned that audio off. I did not. Okay, so sorry about that, Chuck. That's happening with this system. I've got to work on that. All right, you folks have a great week, and don't forget the store is open from now until 4 p.m. today, Saturday, open tomorrow, Sunday, from 12 noon until 4 p.m. All of the other goodies we mentioned, the YouTube channel, get subscribed in that when you get a chance. And we will talk to all of you next time from Radio Wasteland Records. Thanks again for being here. Sorry about the audio. I'll get that worked out. Have a good one, everyone.